And it looks like we're going to start off with an even mix of right foot forward, left foot forward, Wiggolly Dantas, Davey Cathels, David Silva, and Neymar McGonagle. Silva and Dantas being goofy foots, and Cathels and McGonagle on the forehand out there to kick off the day.
First example this morning of someone trying to protect their job, and here he is.
Davey with a nice swoop to start off, and board looking good under his feet. A little softer section, loading up on the inside. Banks it, comes around this section looking for more, and another little snap for Davey Cathels right behind him. That is Neymar McGonagle. Larger frame surfer Neymar, and the power is going to be well suited for Sunset Beach. A couple of nice turns, and right behind him is David Silva. David Silva just sneaky good in all conditions. Really surprised me on some of the bigger days out here.
He's consistent. He doesn't fall very often, does he? And first maneuver, a little more rail engaged right there, so chucking some spray out the back. Nice snap, but that was critical right there, actually blasting the lip. Even saw a couple of fins out the back, so judges are going to really like that second maneuver from the Brazilian, David Silva. And this is another Brazilian, Wiggolly Dantas. The man kind of owns the most spray on tour. This guy just throws buckets everywhere. Kaipo, I know we always talk about it, but he really is.
It's something you end up looking at all day long. You're looking at maps and forecast maps. We have this swell that's holding, but we also have a little north-northwest swell that's supposed to be kind of a Monday night, Tuesday. Are we looking at any of those scenarios?
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting scenario, but at this stage, all the advice we're getting from Surfline and all the forecasters we use, tomorrow still looks like the next.
Stick around, because one thing that we know, the winds are going to be light and beautiful. And let's take a look at this replay with Davey Cathels.
Well, Davey Cathels, again, sitting 18th on the QS ranking, so he is up there, but he needs to get work done. Nice floater there to start this wave. And look at that, that's really important. He had a bonus section on the inside. It actually stood up. That's key today. The only bummer for Davey Cathels is that second section.
Right now, going for it is Neymar McGonagle on a nice looking wave. Punches the lip there, and unfortunately just gets a little extended and unable to ride out that maneuver. Up and riding here, David Silva. He wants to ditch that 2.5 he has in his scoreline. Slashes off the top. Sets up again down the line. Hits the lip again. Beauty control. Hooks it for turn number 3. A little caught up. Can he ride out of it? And does so. So he completes the ride. Gets a little hung up on that third turn, but 3 nice turns.
You know, the relief that David Silva has right now, Kaipo kicking out of that wave, he knows exactly what that wave means. You know, it's going to be a big score, better than his 6.5. The boys could go off behind him, but odds are he just, with this wave right here, he's advancing to the next round. It's that good. Nice snap right there, but just kind of checking his speed. That right there is critical. Kind of an off the lip similar to the first wave, and then that's just a little bit of a whipped cream right there on that wave to add to it there. I know he got hung up a bit, but again, the judges won't mind it because he delivered a critical turn in a critical section. This is the best turn though right here. Watch him go up and through the lip, kind of upside down. He got really a solid connection with his board on the lip, so that allowed him to kind of propel down the line. Good rhythm on this wave for David Silva. Behind him, the big regular foot, Neymar, going for it right there. That is a big time move, but a lot of times if you don't have great timing at sunset, you'll be caught kind of in that weird zone where there's everything in between big, small sandbars, reefs. And here goes Wiggolly.
Wiggolly Dantas winding up and smacking the lip as we were expecting him. Roundhouse cut back, gets back to the whitewater, looks for more, finishes with another brutal beating on the lip and a little whitewater climb for Dantas. And he kicks out looking for...
Alarmed if he doesn't get all the way there, Kaipo, to a 6.24 because he's got time to get to another wave. Right now, Wiggolly only has a 3. I don't think he wants to hang on to that. I don't mind the surfing though. Watch this kind of decisive decision right here. Boom! I like that. Just a little pivot off the whitewash, but it was well defined. So I don't think it's going to be a massive score, but you know, a keeper for sure. And so now, you know, he's on his back foot. He can finally, you know, just get that second wave and sneak in there. That's not what Davey Cathels wants, so Davey Cathels is trying to...
That's it. Let's take a look at what's happened so far.
Yeah, not to be confused with Glenn Pang, right? There's a couple of shapers, but Dennis Pang is an amazing big wave surfer. And great shaper. And here we go, recap. Davey Cathels in second place, Kaipo, and he's got a 5 and a 4.17. So there's that dangerous kind of number. His total is 9.17, so that's kept him really vulnerable. Noemar, a strong, heavy-footed regular footer representing Costa Rica. He's got half his work done. That's a 5 right here we're looking at, so not a bad score, but he needs another keeper. And the only man really out there kind of having his way. Everything's going smoothly. We talked about how he's just been chilling in the channel ever since his second score. That's the first one for David Silva, 6.5, but he bettered it. This is an 8.17 right here with 3 big old turns. Watch this turn right here. He's going to connect with the lip. We're going to see more of that today. Yesterday was kind of big, so you were, skirting around sections. Not today. You want to confront those sections and snap right up there in the business part of the wave, and that's an 8.17. So,
then surf under priority with wave number 2, but it might be a good opportunity. Spears the lip on the first turn. Roundhouse cutback, keeping it on the rail. Comes through this inside section looking for the finish, throws the tail, and the big man from Costa Rica is able to muscle out. Is he going to get in front? And he does so. So score that for Noemar.
It wasn't perfect, but you gotta count them. You gotta rack them up. So again, right there, you said the perfect board. He speared it. He kind of punctured through the lip, which is not ideal. He didn't get that projection down the line. He didn't propel himself. So each maneuver was a little late, but they count. Board out from under your feet.
Here we go. Davey Cathels currently in second place, looking to better his 4.17. He wants to stay in second place with a beautiful opening carve off the top. Long bottom turn, vertical. Stab through the lip. And a little busy work on the end here as the wave flattens out. Looks like he's going to stick with it. He sees something reforming on the inside. So he's going to take a chance riding this wave all the way through. Gets another little cutty. And another roundo, so taking it all the way inside. Davey Cathels, 1 minute in his career.
Definitely.
And here we go, Wiggolly. A bank, big double up section here on the inside, and that lets him unload. Buckets of spray, and another hook for Wiggolly Dantas. So coming on strong right at the end of this heat. 3.9 is his requirement. That's only if Davey Cathels didn't improve upon his level of 4.17, but Wiggolly's, again, time sensitive, like you said, Ross. He's going to bring it all the way inside to chalk up as many points. Even if it's a quarter of a point, he's going to take it. Finger snaps, he feels good about it. That was last ride of Wiggolly Dantas.
Well, he got a lot done, Kaipo, and again, it's just a display of Wiggolly and how perfect his timing is. You see how he waited for each turn. He didn't force it, and that's hard to do at Sunset Point. This place really keeps you on your toes with all these fat spots. And when he connects here through valves, he actually gets a solid maneuver in. It's going to add to the score, I feel. See the timing, waiting patiently. He's not really bobbing and weaving. Just a little cutty here, but this next snap is nice. Watch how he defines it. Bang! Right there. That was really cool. And that actually, I think, added a bit. So Wiggolly, not out of it. He only needs a minor score. And this is also in the mix. So Noemar is definitely not safe. This is Davey Cathels right here, and I love that bottom turn, Kaipo. It was so square, so you could see how intent he was at getting to that lip again before it hit the fat spot. Did a great job there. The rest of the wave really fizzled. It didn't give him a section like Wiggolly's, so I have a feeling Wiggolly's going to sneak in there.
And guess what, Ross? Your feeling is absolutely right. A 5.67 was enough to put Wiggolly Dantas into second place. You can see the smile on his face, and he's going to move on in the Van World Cup of Surfing along with fellow Brazilian David Silva.